everyone. It's a little windy outside, but our next guest is an award-winning producer of literally hundreds of documentary films, many of them dealing with such heady themes as space exploration and human cloning and world hunger. Dr. Elliott Haimoff's latest project is one of compassion, though, as he follows the very sad plight of the Hoolock Gibbons of Bangladesh. That is a species of apes that are on the verge of extinction, and there are only about maybe 200, 250 left. So from Cambridge to UCLA to windy Dallas, say hello to Dr. Elliott Haimoff.
It's an unparalleled privilege, I assure you.
Doctor, let's talk about these Hoolock Gibbons, because we don't know about them unless we hear about them from people like you who are concerned about them and have actually photographed them and studied them maybe just a little bit. What are we seeing? What's going on with them?
Well, you see, the thing with gibbons is that they're apes, but they're called the forgotten apes because they're not as well known to the public as the orangutans, chimpanzees, and gorillas.
There they are in the tree. Now, this is some of your footage right there in the tree right there. And this is kind of rare footage.
These are this is unique footage because they live in only pristine tropical rainforests, and they're always 200 or 300 feet high in the trees.
So you've got to get up there with them in order to photograph them.
Well, right. Or you have to get groups that are much habituated to people on the ground.
Right, because they're not going to let you up there just go up and hang with them.
Exactly.
Now, what's the problem? Are they being poached? Are they being killed? Are they dying off? Is there not enough land for them?
There's several different reasons why the gibbons are being devastated, and that's because they live only in pristine tropical rainforests.
Okay.
So when the forests are cut down for farming or for timber, the gibbons die off. And then what happens is that because they're so agile, the locals think that they're as an aphrodisiac to eat their meat.
Wow.
And in fact, some wealthy Chinese have hunters go out and kill the gibbons because they use the forearms for chopsticks.
So what we need to do really is preserve that forest, figure out, get the word out, and preserve them, because if we're down to 200, what, 5 years they'll be gone?
Well, exactly. Not even 5 years. See, there used to be tens of thousands of these animals in Bangladesh, and just recently the government developed this interest in saving them and thinking that they are identifying them as a part of their national heritage, a part of their national treasure to save and protect and conserve.
So the local government there is trying to do something about it, but they don't really have the means to do it.
Absolutely. There's the Wildlife Trust of Bangladesh that was recently formed and developed programs, outreach programs, on the boots on the ground to teach the local environment, the local communities, how important it is to save their animals and save their forests.
And what do we learn from the Hoolock Gibbons? What do we learn from these apes about us?
Well, the interesting thing about gibbons is that they're monogamous and they're territorial, almost unique similarity with us. And not only that, but recent studies have found out that there's mate swapping in gibbons.
Wow, those crazy gibbons.
So they're not just monogamous for life, but they will swap mates, or that they will be like serial monogamous.
That sounds like a late night Sunday ABC show called Wife Swap.
Exactly.
Which is a little bit different than this.
So the study of these animals can have some application to the study of humans.
Okay, your goal now is to go back there and shoot them and do a full documentary, because when you make these films, it draws attention to the plight, then it gets funded. Am I correct?
Exactly. I was out there in January. I didn't even know the problem, and I found out about these gibbons, and so now the government and the Wildlife Trust of Bangladesh want me to develop a full 1-hour documentary on these gibbons, on the plight of these gibbons, to then show to the world, to show to the national audience, the international audience, of how important it is to save these animals.
Right,
and
that needs to be done quickly.
Right, and so I'm hoping to go back out there in January to do another documentary on these animals to promote saving them and to conserving them.
Doctor, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you so very much.
We like to learn about this stuff. To learn more about the plight of the Hoolock Gibbons of Bangladesh, or the work of Dr. Haimoff, you can find him on his website. It's Global Science Prods, or production, PRODS.com. GlobalScienceProds.com.